Okay, thank you for welcoming me, even if it's in virtual now, but I'm very happy to be here. So my name is Guillaume Aniorté. As you said, I'm in charge of international development for the Quartier des Spectacles Partnership. And today we'll have the pleasure to present you the Quartier des Spectacles of Montreal and to talk to you about the economy and the business related to the cultural district and the public installations that we are currently developing. So for those who have never been to Montreal, but I'm sure you will after this presentation, the Quartier des Spectacles is located in the eastern part of downtown, in the very heart of the city, as you can see on the screen now. And it's very close to the business district and just north of Old Montreal and the Old Port, which are the most popular tourist destinations. So thanks to this unique location, the Quartier des Spectacles is crossed by thousands of people every day, such as residents, workers, students, and many visitors all the year long. The area itself is compound of 8 open public spaces where 40 festivals take place and attract millions of locals and visitors from around the globe each year. So for sure now during the pandemic, it was a big shutdown, but during the year and mostly during the summer, from early June to August, sometimes we have more than just a festival at a time. So the business model here for the festival is to offer free events and activities outdoor, but ticketing shows and performance indoor. So let me show a quick video of the Quartier des Spectacles that you can have a sense of the activities and the events that we are providing here. Okay. So sorry for the lack of video. So the story of the cultural district starts at the very beginning of the last century. From the 20s to the late 40s, the neighborhood was mainly famous for being Montreal's red light district, and especially during the alcohol prohibition in the US. So Montreal soon gained its reputation as a city for all pleasures, renowned for famous jazz bars, musicals, and speakeasy. But in the early 50s, Montreal City administration entered into a big cleanup regeneration of the downtown, and a new vision emerged, carried out by the desire to create a strong Francophone cultural identity. And during those years, large and famous cultural and academic institutions opened in the area, such as the Place des Arts, which is our Lincoln Center in the 60s, which still is the biggest venue in the district today. Then in 2007, the city and the government of Quebec and Canada agreed on a plan to transform several vacant lots into new public squares. The main goal was to keep the festivals downtown by providing them with permanent equipment, specifically designed to hold their outdoor shows, with 5 new public spaces around the Place des Arts Cultural Center. At term, 200 million Canadian dollars have been invested in this regeneration program. And the following pictures illustrate the complete transformation and regeneration of this area. So this is a view before the creation of the Place des Festivals. So as you can see, at this time, streets were mainly designed for car traffic and parking lots. But 2 years after, in 2009, the Place des Festivals was inaugurated during a beautiful sunny day, for sure. And this is the main public space in the district now, which meets the needs of major festivals and other big events. So here you can see exactly the same place, but during the Montreal International Jazz Festival, and we can host up than thousands of people on this place, and up to 200,000 if we count all the other public spaces of the cultural district. The streets around has been also designed to accommodate different uses, including safer paths for pedestrians and cycles. And the urban equipment itself can be used for different purposes, including exhibitions or temporary shops during events. So another great example of economic and cultural impact of those major investments is a regeneration of the St. Catherine Street, which is the city's most important street. This is what it looked like before the plan, and it was now designed to be customizable into public spaces. So thanks to the transformation, there's no more sidewalks or physical boundaries between the roadway and the pedestrian area. And in summer, we close the street to the traffic, and we can accommodate large crowds for entertainment and activities. So it's interesting to see on the right side the red umbrellas designed for us, and at the left side the red umbrellas ordered by the Project Restaurant to fit with the signature of the district. So as you remember, we are the former red light district of Montreal. But also, in order to manage all these events, the Quartier des Spectacles is highly surrounded by technological infrastructure embedded into the urban environment and furniture. For example, this standard light that you can see on the screen obviously provides street lighting, but it also contains a source of ample electricity and a fiber optic terminal to be used for temporary events. So this plug and play mode can now accommodate many events and festivals who can easily connect audio system and lighting infrastructure into the street itself. And over the years, the Quartier des Spectacles has been equipped with a multi-usage technology infrastructure on its territory. And there is a central control network connecting cameras, Wi-Fi, fountains, fog machines, sensor, weather stations, etc. So everything can be managed on mobile platforms by technical people. So today the Quartier des Spectacles covers half a square mile with 80 venues, including 30 theaters and concert halls. The Quartier des Spectacles counts for more than 25% of all the tickets sold in the province of Quebec, which represents basically 1.7 million people in outdoor attendance. And in 2018, the revenues from the sale of concerts or show tickets amount up to 80 million Canadian dollars. So culture is definitely a factor of attractiveness and commercial development. As you can see, 77% of visitors of the Quartier des Spectacles come there specifically to attend a show. And on the 65 million spent in the Quartier des Spectacles, 60% of this amount went to theaters and 40% to local businesses. So if you're looking closely at the study conducted in 2017, we can notice that the major expenses has been spent by tourists, and that the bar and restaurants have captured the large majority of non-cultural product expenses. So behind the Quartier des Spectacles, there is an organization, a non-profit organization, working to facilitate the development of major cultural and urban events, so animate the district, create activities, and develop artistic and participatory installation for the public. So to do so, the city administration set up in a governance structure in 2003 to implement and manage the Quartier des Spectacles. This gave birth to the Quartier des Spectacles Partnership, a membership-based organization with a board of directors who includes representatives from culture, education, business, city, and residents. So the partnership itself is mainly funded by the City of Montreal, who allows more than 15 million Canadian dollars over a 5-year plan. So in addition to that, the partnership is supported by government structures in order to facilitate the development of specific projects and international activities. Our mission is to keep a balance between the different vocations of the Quartier du Spectacle in order that artists, residents, workers, students can all together enjoy the various cultural animation and events provided in the area. And the partnership first mandate was to create this collective vision for the development of a cultural district, a mission that resides in 4 words: live, learn, create, and entertain downtown. So in order to manage public spaces, the city commissions with programming activities, including cultural and civic events like music, dance, yoga, urban agriculture, youth programming, etc. Thus ensuring that the public would have and would take ownership of their spaces as a day-to-day destination. Then we came up with this idea to develop temporary installations to entertain the public and create bonds between the people, even when there is no festival or specific event in the area. So through commissions and competition, the partnership drives the creation of original works with a strong participatory element designed for public spaces and presented in a Quartier du Spectacle. And because of the attractive power upon large public and the universality of the concepts themselves, other cities and organizations approached us and shown interest in having such projects on their own territories. So we start to make them touring in different cities, mainly in North America, but also in Europe and Asia. Well, so now, so you can see, as you can see on the video, we have been developed great expertise in distribution. Some example here in Brussels, other in New York. We've been in London, in Washington, so in Lugano as well, in Switzerland. So since the last, I would say, 5 years, since the last 5 years, we have been presented in more than 50 cities now, and attract more than 25 million people in aggregate in our presentation. And thanks to this traction, we have been able to validate the market opportunity and appetite for such products, and enhance our expertise by providing installation robust enough to travel, and also generate new revenue streams, which is very important for organizations such ours to increase our production capacity with our creative partners. So that's why now in the business of this project and such installations that touring over the world, we are seeking and engaging ourselves in partnerships with other organizations in order to create and produce installations together by consolidating investment capacity, collaborate on artistic process by connecting our respective creative communities, share revenue through a touring model in order to recoup our initial investment, and using an international distribution strategy to promote our organizations and cities. And most of our installations are not generating revenues through distribution model. So basically the business model is every project has a budget range between 200K and 300K by project in Canadian dollar. And the goal is to make them touring during 5 to 7 years in order to recoup the initial investment of production within the first 3 to 4 years of distribution. And in order to accelerate our production capacity in the form of partnerships, we are working on 2 main business models: co-investments and pre-sales. So in co-investments model, we are funding project upon like a participation of different partners. So and each partners can invest an amount of money, which allows our partners to work together on creative process, but also to share ownership of the project and basically to split revenue from distribution. The other model is a pre-sale model, where we are not asking for being partner on the property of the project, but we much more work with our partners in order to let them have the opportunity to present on the first window of exhibition the project, if they can invest in advance as people to be part of the diffusion. So in 2018, so we start to initiate such co-production. So we worked in cooperation with Salford Quays Manchester in England. So it was on an international level. And the purpose of that was to create a project. And since then, during the last 2 years, we have made some production with people in Switzerland and Austria. We've been developing with another festival in England, the Leeds Light Night Festival. And now also we are producing a new project with some local partners in Quebec and in the city of Montreal. So both at an international level and local level, we are trying to work with new people. We are trying to open our expertise and know-how to other organizations in order to create opportunity to work at an international level. So as you may have understood, the expertise that the PQDS and its creative partners has acquired over the years has led to establish criteria and guidelines to enhance public spaces. And every installation should be designed to inspire and encourage active public participation by inviting people to celebrate, move, meet, and share around engaging festive experiences that works on a day and night basis. And those, by affirming the escape principles, the partnerships intends to share and create large-scale projects with its partner to be shown to their respective audiences in order to build the future of arts in public space. Thank you very much.